Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Ryan, and welcome to our June 2022 channel update video. It's a monthly update video. Usually these happen around the first of the month. However, this one is happening a couple days late. We'll talk more about why that is here in a little bit. In these videos, though, these channel update videos, we talk a little bit about what happened in the last month on the YouTube channel, what's gonna happen in the coming month, and generally I give you a little bit of insight into my brain of what's happening, what my, feelings are about how things are going, what's going on creatively up there. Not a lot, it turns out. No, there's plenty, probably too much, etc. So that's what we're gonna do today. Hey, before we actually get into it though, talking about the videos that released this month, I would love to maybe do this for our July video. I would love to maybe answer some questions. If you guys have any questions about how I make videos, what's going on behind the scenes, any of that, I don't know. If there's anything you're curious about, I would love to maybe answer some questions. So if you want to type that, you can ask me about anything, my personal life, my marriage, my social security number. I may not answer it, but you can ask it. Yeah, I'd love to maybe answer those questions next month. So there you go. Hey, let's get into it. So what did we wrap up in the last month of videos? We wrapped up the series on Hades, the video game Hades, which was technically, I think, the only series that ended last month. We had some other like sort of one-off videos we had, for instance, some tier list videos. Maybe you guys saw the Pop-Tart flavor tier list video, or I think this was much more recent, but the Megan and I ranking like the national parks here in America that we've been to. We had some like one-off videos, but Hades was, I think, the only series that ended. And yeah, it was awesome. We've talked plenty of Hades in the past. I'm not going to bore you with more of it right now, but that wrapped up. We did those one-off videos, which, by the way, if you watched those, if you enjoyed them, I would love to know. If you didn't enjoy them, I'd also like to know that. Or if you think that there are other tier lists that Megan and I could do, or I could do, I'm certainly interested in that idea. They're just like a fun little like palate cleanser is the phrase. Something you could do in like 15-30 minutes. It gives you like a fun topic to bounce your ideas off of. I really enjoy that sort of thing. If you know of like one-off ideas like that, feel free to hit me up with them down below. That's what wrapped up last month. And that's truly it. This next section will be a little bit bigger. I'm looking at my notes on the right here. Ongoing series on the channel. The first one that we should talk about is The Witcher 3, which is currently going swimmingly. I think as I record this, we're 60-something episodes in. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about The Witcher for a ton of future videos, so I don't want to spend a ton of time talking about it right now. But the thing that's on my mind with The Witcher right now is that it feels, I'm starting to wrap my head around how it feels different than, how would I phrase this? It's like you've been reading a bunch of fiction for a while. You've been reading novels, and then all of a sudden you pick up, this is a flawed metaphor, like a play or maybe poetry, something like that. And now I'm reading something else, and like sentence to sentence, things look different, like what I mean by that is like we've played games that are similar supposedly or debatably to The Witcher 3, like your Fallout New Vegases, your Skyrims, I don't know, with some fantasy, some talking head dialogue, I don't know, some stuff like that, an open world, all of that stuff, cities, games that are supposedly similar to The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 it does not feel like a better Skyrim or a different Skyrim. It feels very different from Skyrim. I think it's still similar, right? But like the thing that's on my mind is I've been playing The Witcher 3 a bunch recently, and when I am playing it, it just feels like something new to me. Like I think it's probably because of these big like heavy reliance on cutscenes, and the dialogue is rendered even in like multi-camera cutscenes, often. So it just feels like the pacing is very different, and that's what I mean, is that it feels like I'm looking at line breaks in a poem rather than the same sentences I'm used to, is what I mean. There's other things going on too, like there's games within a game, there's these, I don't know, larger, like, there's like animations now that are narrated as well occasionally. So yeah, it's just, I'm really enjoying all of that. It's super enjoyable. Yeah, I don't have much else to say than, it's not, what I have written here is, these aren't huge changes from Skyrim, but it feels different enough that it's not like Witcher. I can't talk right now. It doesn't feel like The Witcher is Skyrim, but X, but monster hunting. It feels like a completely different, its own separate thing, which I'm loving. So, yeah, that's what The Witcher is going on. We're 60 episodes in. We're going to do a lot more episodes. I'm loving it. We're playing Grounded. Grounded got a big, nice update recently that clarifies like a lot of the overall like quest progression, questing, storyline stuff, which Megan and I have both enjoyed. The problem with Grounded is the problem with every co-op Meg game that we play, which is that my wife is a badass and actually works a real job and actually helps people in her real life and in her real job. And so I can only put out those videos as often as I can get Megan to play the game with me. And she wants to play the game. It's just that she's a badass and doing her own thing. So those videos will come out in drips and stops and starts for as long as it takes us to play the game and be done with the game. So this is the unfortunate consequence of having a badass as a partner. So what else do we got going on? We have Inscription, which should be done literally any day, as soon as I can find the time to finish it, which should be any day. Inscription, a card building, we talked about it last month, but a card building game, deck builder. I have been very spoiled to have my first deck builder be Inscription, I feel like. I'm interested to see what else is like possible in the genre in the future. I have some desire to play other deck builders at some point, but like this one is wild. And I cannot say a ton without spoiling it, unfortunately, but I would very much recommend it. And what I'll say now is that, like, again, I don't want to spoil it too much, but like I'm at a point in the game where I'm playing a different game. Sorry, I just had a pizza delivered and the dogs lost their mind. Anyways, we're at a point in the game that is very different from the place that we started, and I'm loving it. So that's the story of Inscription. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm going to be sad to see it go, but I'm looking forward to finding out what happens at the end of it. So last month, the other ongoing game that we have is Outer Wilds. Last month, I said the following. I was describing what playing Outer Wilds is like. I said, Megan, it's like learning to ride a horse. And then you start moving and you realize it's not a horse, it's actually a unicorn. And you realize this is going to be pretty magical, but then all of a sudden it's no longer a unicorn, it's a fucking hippogriff, and you're flying through the air. The beast underneath you is changing as you ride it. You're a hippogriff, you're flying through the air, and then all of a sudden it's a dragon breathing fire, and you're just holding on for dear fucking life, not blinking, trying to take it all in. I was so wrong. I had not even begun to ride the dragon at that point. Oh my god. Outer Wilds is my favorite game of all time. I'm looking over at my notes here, and that's all that I have written. I have no idea how to talk about the Outer Wilds. About Outer Wilds. I truly... It's my favorite game of all time. I haven't played as many games as a lot of people, but I have finally found the game that speaks to me in a way that feels like very personal. It feels one-to-one. It feels like me and Alex Beecham on the other side of the telephone and having a conversation. What do I say about this game? Before I feel like I should say something here because of how important it is to me. It's just like, I can't tell, like, I've been trying to think about or talk to my wife about like why I love this game, and I don't know that I can come up with any great, like, why do you love anything? I don't know. It feels like it was made for me, which I know that it wasn't, but it feels like it, which is a special feeling. I don't know. Sometimes in my background from like books and literature and stuff, I think a lot of times, in conversations of like favorites, we use stand-ins to talk about why a thing is important to us, you know? We say that like, something is super smart or super fun, and those are both like, the game is smart, the game is fun. Those are reasons why I like the game. I don't know. Outer Wilds could have 100 on like Metacritic, 100 out of 100 on Metacritic, or a 10 out of 10 rating on whatever website. It wouldn't fucking matter to me, because what I know, that's not why I love it. It's not that it's smart, it's not that it's clever, it's not that the topic at hand is important to me, although it is, all of those things. It's just that I love it. Like, why do I love my wife? I don't know. I can describe her qualities. She's kind, she's nice, she's generous, all of these things. I also think she's beautiful, etc. However, I just love her, and I can't, there's no like, I didn't decide someday to love her. I just love her. And that's how I feel about Outer Wilds. And the thing is that it feels as if it loves me back. The game, this is so fucking corny, but like the game feels so tenderly made and treats me so well in my experience that it feels like it loves me back, and that's a beautiful thing. And so Outer Wilds is my favorite game of all time. I'm gonna move on. It's my favorite game. That's it for games, is all I have here. I will say that I'm sorry that this video is late. These videos are my last priority of the month. The goal is to always get out the daily uploads to make sure that those happen, and preferably at the length that I would, and of the quality, and of the, you know, all of the things that I would like to do about them. And this one had to fall by the wayside. We are currently just a little swamped in this household. My wife is working a ton at her badass job as a medical provider. We have a sick doggo who is getting better, and he's not that sick. He's gonna be fine. He's just fucking pissed that has to wear a cone, and he feels sick, or feels like he has to get taken care of. So there's that. Summertime is the most busy time for me in my day job, with a lot of like events and stuff that I have to prepare for. So it's been a little tight. And because of that, actually, I will say that I will be releasing the next series that will replace Subnautica. Sorry, that will replace Outer Wilds very soon. It will be Subnautica Below Zero. However, I'm gonna take a week between the last Outer Wilds stuff and Subnautica before we start. And I'm gonna take that week to, I don't know, catch up on sleep. I don't know, go on a fucking bike ride with my wife or something. I don't know, something normal and non-busy. I'm probably also going to look up Outer Wilds reactions, or like reactions to specific moments in Outer Wilds, because I'm not obsessed. You are, it's fine, I'm obsessed. But then we will be back with, when it feels like I've caught some sleep, we'll be back with Subnautica Below Zero, which I'm very excited to start. So I can't wait. That's the plan. That's all I've got. Thanks so much to the Patreon supporters. You guys make this possible. I truly, you go above and beyond to support us, and I truly appreciate you. So if you are a Patreon supporter, thank you truly for the support and the belief. You know, the support is nice. The belief is also nice. So that's truly all that I've got. Let me know down below your questions that I could maybe answer in a future video. I'd love to, to answer your questions if you've got any. If you don't, that's cool too. I will see you in the July update, and also with a couple videos a day for every day until then. So much love from me to you. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.